guys, Tallara here, and welcome back to Dragon Age 2. Poor Hawke managed to get himself a boyfriend for approximately 5 minutes. They had a great time together, and then said boyfriend promptly broke up with him. So it's kind of sad boy summer right now for poor Hawke, and that was the last thing we did in the previous episode. Fenris stopped by rather unexpectedly while I was trying to gear up Sebastian. Speaking of Sebastian, I know I alluded in the last episode, I was like, maybe we'll romance Sebastian. Unfortunately, while most of the characters in this game are bisexual and you can romance them as either male or female Hawke, apparently Sebastian only can be romanced by female Hawks, so we won't be able to romance him, but that's okay. We'll try to get Fenris back. In the meantime, I see Muffin's butt a-wiggling over here. Muffin, what's going on? You're a good Mabari.
You take good care of us, don't you? Want some pets? I bet you do.
What a cutie! Love Muffin. Over here, I'm pretty sure I saw that we had mail, so let's check that. Yeah, here we go. We have one message. It's called the Midnight Meeting. I have noticed your considerable talents and have an opportunity that may be of interest to you. Meet me in Hightown at midnight. Discretion is key. Signed, a new friend. Well, that's ominous. In the meantime, before we go meet any new friends, I am going to do our final companion quest, which is with Prince Sebastian Vale. We need to accompany Sebastian to Lady Harriman's estate to learn why she hired the Flint Company to murder his family. This should be spicy. I think a lot of tea is going to be spilt.
That's strange. The door's wide open, and not a single guard posted. This is not the Lady Harriman I remember.
Strange indeed. Is anybody home? Hello? It's me.
There's something very wrong in here.
I totally getting that vibe as well, Sebastian. There's no one here. Good chance to rob their barrels. Big empty mansion is very spooky.
More,
oh, here we go.
Son of a bitch. What's
Someone's home.
So long?
Is she talking to a barrel?
Why does no one in this house care what I want?
Are you drunk?
More wine, or I swear I will drown you in the dregs.
Looks like she's drunk.
She doesn't even see us. This is no normal wine.
Okay, so not just drunk. Magically drunk. You gonna be okay there, girl? Can I leave you? I guess that giant keg will take care of you. Alright, what in the world is going on? Maybe everybody is drunk, and that's why no one came to the door.
It must be molten. You, more coins. I want every scrap of gold in this house.
Please, Monsieur!
There's nothing to fear. You'll be beautiful.
What the hell?
Pour it over her.
What?
Don't! You'll kill her! He can't hear me.
That'll get his attention.
Perhaps I should be the one.
We must end this madness.
Everybody in the house is like majorly tripping out. He wanted to melt all the gold and pour it over that poor girl? What in the world? Over here's Flora Harriman's diary. Maybe we'll get some insight? First day of Harvestmere. Mother finally began her expansion to the estate today. She brought in 24 men from the Imperium, who I'm sure were slaves, and they've been excavating the hillside behind the house. The dirt is awful, and the noise. Must they shatter every rock in Kirkwall? It's been quiet since lunch, though, and Mother is behaving very strangely. She's now talking about stopping the expansion, just like that, with no explanation. She never tells me anything. Yeah, we've got a bona fide mystery on our hands here, folks. Oh, dear. Okay, here's a Flint Company mercenary, dead on the ground, with a Starkhaven longbow. Sebastian might be interested in this.
I have prayed for Andraste to guide us to peace with the Harrimans.
Well, we'll see if that happens. I guess I'll give you the bow later. Who are these half-naked men?
Turn back. There is nothing here for you.
What's going on?
We just want to know what's happening.
You shall not enter.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh. Hi. Alright, we got demons. So it wasn't magic mushrooms in the wine. I think it was something a little bit more than that. A little bit stronger, if you will.
Demons, temptresses. We must see what greater evil they were protecting.
Maybe they excavated something spooky behind the house and it let demons in? This is a desire demon. Let's see what's in the underground passage. Oh yeah, they excavated something. Look what we found behind the Harriman estate. This is not your normal backyard estate expansion.
So close to Hightown. I remember no such thing.
I mean, I don't know if anybody knew it was here, but they've excavated it, and presumably that's what's caused all of this. Oh yeah, this place just screams spooky, scary skeletons. Whoa, a revenant. Speaking of spooky, scary skeletons, there are literally skeletons rising to kill us, so yeah, I was right on the money with that one. Not only are there skeletons rising from the floor to kill us, there are literal piles of skeletons all around here. So yeah, the Harrimores definitely dug up some big bad. I don't even need to get to the end of this to solve this mystery. I think it is pretty clear what happened. They went digging and they found some spooky shit. Yeah, I don't know what kind of place this is, but I don't even think this is of Darkspawn origin. Look at all these skeletons. This isn't really... Don't get me wrong, Darkspawn love to kill and eat us, but this isn't really their vibe. I think this is something darker. I mean, look at all these statues. Did we come across some sort of, like, ancient cultist lair or something? I don't know what's going on here. Uh-oh, here's some people.
Starkhaven will not submit. I put that idiot Goran Vale into the prince's seat, but the other families won't heed him. I must marry him to Flora and solidify our hold. But I need more power.
I've given you much. Your desires run deep. You've already traded your husband and your children. What more can you offer?
Wow, so... Looks like this lady made a deal with a demon for control of Starkhaven and literally sacrificed her entire family to do so. Wow! You're gonna die.
Your plots end here.
Who is this? Who are you? How did you get here? Sebastian!
You were my mother's friend. How could you murder her?
Such an ugly word. I prefer remove the only obstacle between her and her dreams.
This was your idea.
I could create such desires if I wished, but it's far easier to nurture those that already exist. The desire for power is easy to find. You and your friend both possess it, do you not? You both wish to rise.
I wouldn't betray my friends.
Not if it meant selling out my family.
How loyal were your friends to you? Everyone has a price. Everyone wants something.
Do not listen to her.
Oh, such a pious soul, masking so much ambition. Are you so different from my lady? You yearn for the same lands, the same power.
Yeah, but they
I
were
am the
here.
rightful heir. She is a
Exactly.
usurper.
Sebastian took the words right out of my mouth.
Put aside worldly goods and ambitions, but they couldn't stop you from wanting them.
Don't listen to her.
You'll be a good ruler. It doesn't matter what you do to get there.
I'm not acting from ambition. I only want what's best for my people.
For the people who'll adore you. All those smiles they used to save for your brother. Now you'll be the shining prince. All you have to do is kill anyone in your way.
Alright, looks like we're fighting both Lady Harriman and the demon now. Which honestly doesn't make a ton of sense, because I thought the demon was gonna want to deal with us, but I guess she realized she wasn't getting through. Ow! Regardless, let's put an end to these plots right here, right now. So I guess Lady Harriman was secretly an apostate, secretly a mage all this time. Who liked to use blood magic.
Let us return to the chantry. I must pray for Lady Harriman's soul.
I mean, I don't know if it's gonna go anywhere. She sacrificed her entire family to a demon using blood magic. Her soul might be too far gone. Demon's name was Allure, which is a good name for a desire demon. And look at this sketchy shrine. Yeah, they straight up excavated some sort of demonic shrine in their backyard. That's unfortunate. When the renovations go awry.
Let us return to the chantry. I must pray for Lady Harriman's soul.
Oh hey, it looks like... Is that Fiona? Is she still alive?
Sebastian, I am so sorry is such an inadequate word. When I think what Mother made us do, what those creatures made us do.
Yeah, it was pretty awful.
We were friends, Flora.
It was like a cloud came down on me. All I could feel or think was what the demon allowed.
What happened to the veils?
Did your mother order the attack on Sebastian's family?
She did. You know Mother, Sebastian. She was always jealous of your parents. The demon twisted that until it was all she could think of. She was determined to seize Starkhaven for herself.
How did the demon get here?
Was your mother a mage? How did she find this demon?
We've never had magic in our line. Perhaps that made Mother too confident. She thought she could deal with the demon and not fall prey to it.
Right. It is demons who should be feared, not mages.
Those ruins there were unearthed when we expanded the house. Mother found the demon inside. I think she had signed her bargain before we even knew.
God, you were all victims.
Don't blame your mother. The desire demon made this happen.
I doubt many people will be so forgiving. If it takes every last coin my family owns, I will make reparations.
Fiona seems like a good person.
Everyone we've wronged. Starting with you, Sebastian. We weren't the only ones vying for Starkhaven. If you face more opposition, you have my support.
It will not make up for what happened.
No, that's true.
You gotta start
I'll
somewhere.
tell you when I need you.
Alright, so we've uncovered that plot, put an end to it, hopefully returned this family to sanity, and Sebastian gained an ally, so all's well that ends well, I guess. I mean, obviously it would have been best if none of this had happened in the first place, but we've rectified the situation as much as we could, and I guess now we'll head to the Chantry and do some soul praying.
Did you ever think about killing yourself?
I could ask you the same thing.
Dark.
I'm serious. To get out of slavery, to escape Denarius.
Can you imagine just saying that? That's your opening line. Did you ever think about killing yourself?
I did not. To kill oneself is a sin in the eyes of the Maker.
Oh, I didn't realize Fenris
Believe
was
that.
religious.
I try to. Some things must be worse than slavery.
Some things are worse than death.
Well, just a pleasant conversation between Anders and Fenris on our way to the Chantry here. Good lord.
Is that supposed to be Andraste's face on your crotch?
What?
That belt buckle thing. Is that Andraste?
My father had this armor commissioned when I took my vows as a brother.
I'm just not sure I'd want the Maker seeing me shove his bride's head between my legs every morning.
Oh my god, it really I'm pretty sure it is. Maybe it's a chastity belt. I mean, he is a brother of the church. Anyway, we've made it here. Anders yet again brought up an inappropriate conversation, but I guess it's time for prayer.
I had hoped prayer might cleanse me of the desire demon's touch, but I still hear her voice so clearly. I feel like I've bathed in filth that will never come off.
You did nothing wrong.
You acted honorably. Why are you ashamed?
The demon didn't lie. I used to be bitterly jealous of my brother. I wanted to be prince. Now everything he had is mine. And he lies in ashes. I keep asking myself, do I want this because it's right? Or simply to have what I never thought I could?
Never thought you could?
Aren't you your parents' heir?
I'm the youngest son of 3. My parents were rather traditional. They wanted the heir and the spare, and I was left in the cold. They put me in the chantry to prevent my competing with my brothers.
You didn't join by chance?
You seem
Choice,
very
sorry?
dedicated to the chantry. You were put there against your will.
At first. But it was the best thing that could have happened.
I'm glad it all worked
I was a
out.
wild boy, a shame to my family.
Still
The
sad that you
chantry
didn't have a
made me
choice,
man.
though.
It's odd. When I wanted to rule, I would have been terrible at it. Now that I might be decent, I don't know if it's the right thing to do.
I mean, you need to take back your lands.
Don't let the demon make you doubt yourself.
In trying to retake Starkhaven, I have already brought death to so many. Could I ever do enough good as prince to justify that?
You'll be a great prince.
You could be a just and fair ruler. Worry about reparations once you take your lands.
I know you've done great things in Kirkwall, Hawke. I imagine your methods haven't always been scrupulous. But you clearly do more good than harm. I just don't know if I can follow that road.
Alright, so that quest is complete, and I guess now we can give Sebastian the bow that we found?
I think this is yours.
My grandfather's bow, but where did you get it?
One of the Flint Company mercenaries had it.
Thank you. It's hard to mourn the loss of a thing while my family lies dead. But I did think of it.
Is the bow special?
What's the story behind that bow?
As the youngest son, it was my place to lead Starkhaven's militia. But I never had a talent for swordplay. Too much getting hit. My grandfather said the bow is the wise man's weapon. You can defend your city without opening its gates. Grandfather said the day I could pull the string on his bow, it would be mine.
So the bow is yours?
Then why didn't you have it with you?
I was 13 when my grandfather made me that promise. I would rise at dawn to practice my shots until I could hit the eye slit of a helmet from the top of the ramparts. But my parents pledged me to the chantry before I could show him.
Use it to avenge them.
Think of them with every arrow you fire to retake your land.
Yes, this will be a fitting weapon to carry against the usurpers. Thank you for thinking of me, Hawke.
No problemo. And there we go. So those are all of Sebastian's quests. Okay, so now that we're done helping Sebastian, we've completed all of the companion quests that we had in our journal, which means it's time to work on either the main quests or the side quests. Seeing as we picked up that letter at the beginning of this episode from the mystery person who wanted to meet at midnight in Hightown, I figure it's as good a time as any to do that quest, so let's head there and maybe make a new friend.
You came.
Who are you?
You probably thought you'd got away with it. Sir Karas and the others' deaths. Do you even remember them? They were searching for the missing Starkhaven apostates and were murdered. An inquiry determined the apostates must have killed the Templars, but I've suspected for years that Sir Thrask and you were responsible.
So why are you here?
So you're here to beat a confession out of me?
I don't need a confession. My brothers, tonight justice will be done.
Wow. So 3 years later, the Templars are here for their justice. You guys remember their quest from Act 1. We went, Sir Thrask asked us for help, and he said if we could talk the apostates into surrendering, that he would ensure that no harm went to them, they would go to the circle. Then this other guy showed up and was like, nope, they're awful, they must die. And we were like, well, that's not fair, they surrendered, you can't just kill them. So we killed the Templars and let the apostates escape, and now 3 years later, the Templars are here to gain their revenge, so looks like we won't be making any new friends after all. Alright, quest completed, the midnight meeting. Unfortunately, we had to kill a lot of Templars, but they attacked first. Same with the situation 3 years ago, in fact. That Templar also attacked first. Apparently, Templars like to attack first, ask questions later. We also have a chest over here, very nice. And that's it for the midnight meeting, I suppose. Not much of a meeting, more of a slaughter. Okay, so we are down at the docks now. I figured we may as well do another side quest, since that's kind of what we've been working on so far, is all of our side quests. And we are here to meet Mistress Selby, who, if we just check our journal, it says we need to speak with her at the docks for information on jobs and assignments that will help apostates in Kirkwall.
What do you need, love? Package delivery?
I'm Hawke. I got a letter from some mage friends.
I see, I see. Check the back of the board for our special rates.
I'll say you use secret code?
Oh, cloak and dagger phrases. How about the queasy crow flies at midnight?
How about the smart-mouthed Ferelden gets slapped across the face? The board has all the details. Should you take care of something, just drop by.
Alright, easy enough. Mr. Selby's board. That is not a board, that is a book. When she said board, I was imagining like a notice board. This is 100% a book, and it has weird skeleton drawings in it. Anyway, here are the quests. First one is Search and Rescue. Starkhaven sent another caravan of mages bound for the gallows 2 months back. I thank those who helped rescue our comrades. Now one of my brothers has been apprehended by bounty hunters. I offer a goodly sum of gold to anyone who can go to the wounded coast and rescue him. At some point, the freedom of every mage is owed to someone. A sympathetic cousin, a kindly farmer, or a Ferelden refugee. They help because it's right, and we must band together again. Terry of Starkhaven. And How to Frame a Templar. In the past fortnight, 7 apostates have been captured because of one Templar, Sir Conrad Vernhardt. It is never wise to underestimate a Templar's intelligence, but Sir Conrad is both brilliant and ruthless. We must remove this threat. Killing him is not an option. He must be disgraced, removed from Kirkwall, and ideally, cast out of the Templar Order. Fortunately for us, the Templars now fear they've been infiltrated by a Blood Mage's puppets. Of the several Templars who are watching their own, one is deep in the throes of lyrium and can be fooled. His name is Sir Roderick, and he frequents the Hanged Man. His testimony alone will be dubious, so we must search the gallows and Lowtown for any slight or fabrication that can defame Sir Conrad, before we all fall. Alright, well I don't mind helping out, especially if there's money involved. So we may as well to do how to frame a Templar here first. I think, because that one's in town, whereas the other one we're gonna have to go out of town. So let's go see what dirt we can dig up on Sir Conrad. Here is Sir Roderick at the Hanging Man, who may have some information for us.
Who are you?
You are not looking so good, sir.
Conrad.
I know him.
Only one of his eyes is open.
Something. Or something.
Are you alright?
One moment. Are you well?
Oh, it's just that, you know, it's hard to think sometimes. But I will do my duty. If you've seen something, suspicious, let me know.
Conrad, so we have to tell a lie. He's been sacrificing goats. I saw him murder someone. Well, let's say this one. Conrad was bribed by mages.
Sir Conrad caught some apostates. They offered him coin to let them go, and he took it.
Sir Conrad? Are you sure?
I'm afraid so.
This needs to be reported. I can't believe it.
Hee 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 hee. The lie has been planted. Let's see what else we can dig up.
The Harbor Master's office filled the order. I just need a destination. Where are we sending it?
The Viscount will not store raw lyrium in the keep.
Then where do I put it? I can't just leave impounded lyrium lying on the docks.
That's your problem.
Flaming bureaucrats.
So to frame a Templar brought us here to the gallows, and by the sounds of the Harbor's Master's assistant, we might be able to do something with this delivery order. Written on this scroll are orders to move an impounded shipment of raw lyrium. Everything is filled out, except who to send it to. So let's write it in Conrad's name. You fill in Sir Conrad's name and pick up the scroll. Will that be enough to get him in trouble, I wonder? Let's go see. I think he actually should be over this way. Oh, no, there's a dock worker as well we need to talk to. Hi.
Message for you.
About bloody time. We'll deliver the cargo soon as we've unloaded the Antivan Queen.
Perfect. Quest updated, how to frame a Templar. The Templars now suspect Sir Conrad Vernhardt of a variety of incriminating activities. Seek out Mistress Selby at the docks to get a reward. Excellent. Great work, guys. We framed a Templar. We'll wait to go back to Mistress Selby after we do this quest and go find Terry and save him from the bounty hunters. So it looks like the search and rescue quest is bringing us to the Wounded Coast, just outside of Kirkwall, where a lot of quests have taken us over the years. So let's head this way and see if we can find bounty hunters.
Come with me.
And do what exactly?
You're a fine warrior. If you could train men to fight like you do, we'd be unstoppable.
I'm no leader, and I doubt humans would want me training them.
Then why not train elves? I bet there's plenty who would admire all you've accomplished.
I haven't accomplished anything.
No? You are your own man, living as you see fit. You give yourself too little credit.
You are being kind.
Not at all. Think about it.
I like the relationship between Sebastian and Fenris. So far they've been having dialogue, like very supportive dialogue, talking about their faith. You can see there Sebastian was giving him potentially an opportunity for a job and stuff. It's nice. Fenris needs a friend, and I'm glad Sebastian can be that for him. Ah, who are you? Hi.
You are in a strange place, Ferelden.
I'm in a strange place?
Knowing is half the battle, and it need not be wholly unprofitable, provided few questions are asked.
Okay, so what are you selling? Wow, oh my god, he's selling a staff that's 113 gold? Whoa, he's selling some really high-level equipment here. Too bad I cannot afford it. I have literally zero money. I only have 65 silver to my name, but fancy meeting you here, Magnus. Now, I think the bounty hunters should be just over here. Bounty hunter getaway. That's the one. Guess we found the bounty hunters. They are holed up in here. There is a bunch of them. Luckily, they're all pretty weak. I can kill them in basically one hit. Absolutely no problem. Hopefully that means the apostate's nearby. Whoa! Who is that? Bounty hunter assassin. Just when I was here talking about how weak these guys were, this guy shows up. These guys are a lot stronger. We're definitely going for the strength in numbers tactic. There's just so many of them. Luckily, I should be able to loot their bodies after we're done and get some gold, because I'm poor. Hence why we're rescuing apostates in the first place. I'm so poor. I will take any job. Alright, bounty hunters are dead. Let's loot their bodies and look for the apostate. Hello? Is anybody in here? Oh yeah, here we go. Hi. We're here to save you.
Quickly, before more guards come.
Terry said she'd find a way to rescue me. I will never forget this.
Bye! Captured apostate was freed. Returned to Mistress Selby at the docks during daylight for a reward. Alright, Mr. Selby, I'm coming your way to tell you that I've completed 2 of your tasks, and I want my money.
You seem very angry.
And here I thought the Chantry was against mind reading.
Did something happen to you in the Circle? I understand there were problems in Ferelden.
Are you saying a mage can only be unhappy in the Circle if demons are involved? No. It's not about Aldred. It's not about being beaten or raped by a Templar. That does happen. But I've been fortunate. It's a larger principle. The freedom every man, woman, and child born in Thedas have as a natural right.
You were given to the Circle. I was given to the Chantry. Hawke was driven away from home by the Darkspawn. None of us are free.
Wow. It's a deep point from Sebastian. I just really, really like Sebastian, and I know I'm impartial to his beautiful blue eyes, but he just seems so level-headed about things. I know he obviously has a Chantry bias, but I don't know, even just that little conversation there with Fenris was very insightful. And here we've got some raiders trying to block us to get back from Kirkwall. So we're gonna take care of these guys before I can go get my reward. How dare you stand between me and gold? You shall die. Right, we're back in Kirkwall. Here's Mr. Selby, and let's tell her about all the good work we've been up to.
Kirkwall's a dangerous place for our friends, but you've made their lot easier. Several of them put their coin together to get you this.
Sweet! So that was the How to Frame a Templar quest completed, and now here's the other one.
Many thanks, Monsieur. Your payment?
Sweet! Alright, look at us, helping out apostates and getting paid. All's well that ends well. Another good day's work for Hawke and friends. We've cleared up a lot of the side quests. I think we still have 1 or 2 to go. But I would presume on our next episode that we will start tackling some of those main quests and start digging into the Kunari threat here in Kirkwall. That story loop is quite interesting, so I'm excited to get started there. So thank you all so much for watching today, and hopefully I'll see you guys back here again very soon for another episode of Dragon Age 2.